While we wait for Mumbo to get on so that we can help Ren out with his trap, I've noticed, everyone has noticed that this has become my hangout fishing spot, and I'm doing the thing that I always do. Look at this, look at the chest, look at the mess. I'm hanging out here doing something and it looks bad. So the first thing we're going to do today, well, I say first thing, the first thing we did today was fish. We're now going to sort of decorate this with a proper fishing hut because it's getting pretty serious now. Look at all the stuff that we're getting. Look at this. I can make a pretty good bow with all of these. And we're getting some books, Nautilus shells, 20 of them. I mean, the fishing is getting out of hand. And I think we should do something proper for this little area so that it doesn't look horrific. Remember, trying to be a bit more deliberate this season, and part of that is decorating things as I go along. Now, this wasn't my intention today, to be honest with you, but it's just occurred to me that with the amount of fishing that's happening here, I've got to do something. Even if it's fairly basic, just a pier would be nice for a start. Okay, I'm just winging this at the moment, but I'm thinking that, like, a little hut here will do the trick. Now, you'll notice I've put some barrels here. This is the storage for all the stuff. You know, one of these could be purely for saddles. Gonna give it plenty of height for this one. I've got to do something. Even if it's fairly basic, just a pier would be nice for a start. Okay, I'm just winging this at the moment, but I'm thinking that, like, a little hut here will do the trick. Now, you'll notice I've put some barrels here. This is the storage for all the stuff. You know, one of these could be purely for saddles. Gonna give it plenty of height for this one. I think we might want to make this one wider. So at the moment, the shape's not the problem. It's the fact that it's entirely monochrome. So it's all the same shade of brown. And although I can add a different colored roof, it would be good to sprinkle in a little bit of contrast here. Even if it's in the same color set, like the browns, I think we're going to need something else. And Mumbo's on. We're going to go shove him down a hole. We're on. Ren's on. It's happening. Okay, Mumbo, where are you? Mumbo? Mumbo!
Hello.
Oh, this is the most... How do you get in?
That is a very good question, Grian. That is something that I have not worked out.
It's such an impractical base.
What do you mean?
I was like, oh, you can get in through the crane there. No, that's just decorative.
No.
So
No. Currently, it shelters you from the rain.
It's a big umbrella.
That's about it. Yeah.
Is there anything in there?
No, nothing yet, because I haven't been able to access it since I built it.
Right.
I think I'm going to try and work that out today. This could be a season-long project.
I think it properly serves its purpose. I think any more than this, and I'm in danger of over-detailing. It's meant to be quite simple. I'm most happy that I managed to use these mangrove roots as a fence. They're a bit dark in other places. Like, I tried to use them as a fence for the wheat field, and it just didn't look right, because they're too dark and thick. But I think on this little hut here, it works quite well. I'm still going. I'm still over-detailing. It needs that balance. It was imbalanced on that side, and that's brought it together. And now all that's left is the laborious task of moving everything over. And now I can fish here pretty guilt-free, knowing that I've got a cool fisherman hut behind me and everything's looking pretty clean. Now, I was going to do a path here with path blocks, but I'll be honest, I'm not a massive fan of path blocks. I much prefer coarse dirt mixed with other things. I don't know why the path block just doesn't do it for me. There's one more thing. I can't stop. I'm definitely over-detailing now. We're going to tie these barrels down. And with these leftover rails, this here could be the very start of connecting our bases through the mines. It's not going anywhere just yet, but this could be the very, very start. We'll need to come up with a proper design, though, if we're gonna do this properly. We need to come up with a proper design that everyone follows that goes through the cave system. Alright, now back to fishing and getting enough levels to do a bit more enchanting. Because after we've got a few more levels and we're a bit more protected, we need to go and get some more blue blocks. And that means